for this particular version, particular version of the event. And I can see there are some faces of people that are organized. Aside from the person that is hosting the event, I also know Sophia. So I think we connected on X. So I'm really excited to be here to meet the people. So aside from meeting people, I'm very excited about the topic that we are going to be discussing about the event title. I think that is one of the most important things that we need to talk about in this current AI age. Because there have been questions going on that, okay, will AI replace designers? Will it not replace designers? So I saw the event title, Building AI Design Workflows. I feel like it is a great place to learn and to also share some things to other people, because I feel like not everybody is up to the trend. Some people might be behind, it might be the one behind. So it's always good to have conversation like this, because this particular AI is what is going to determine the future of we as a designer. So it's important to stay updated with it. So thank you very much once again. Can you hear me? Everybody?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you so
okay,
much.
okay, okay, okay. So, a little bit about me before I get into the events. I don't like doing introductions like this because I used to see it very boring somehow. But I've been designing for about 3 years now, so I specialize mainly in product design. But recently, I've been doing a lot of aside product design. I've been doing work in other aspects. I mean, because with tools like AI, you can do anything that you want. As a creative person, I've been exploring brand design. I've been exploring doing posters. I've been designing my own icons, because the AI is, if you have AI with you, it's just like you have a PA, yeah, that you can just send all those, all those tasks, and you can easily get to learn something. So you cannot say, I'm not going to do this because I do not know it. Right now, the knowledge is at your fingertip, right? Because the gap between you not knowing something and you knowing something is not very small. There are videos that you can watch on YouTube. That was then. But right now, you can interact with something that feels a bit personalized, understand you, understand your level, understand the level of the level of the little you know. You understand that you don't know anything. You understand that you know something if you know something. So it's easy for you to interact, it's easy for you to learn something. And because it is easier for people to learn, which means the gap to knowledge is has already reduced a bit. Because of that, a lot of people are now a designer. I mean, a lot of people can call themselves a designer. And even if you are specialized in an aspect of design, for example, now, if you're a product designer, you can easily switch. I mean, you can easily take up brand design work, even though you've not done something like that before, because you can easily learn about brand design easily. So I want to make a reference, because back then, if you've been on Twitter for developer actually, they used to do something called I think day one, 100 days of coding, yeah, learning code for 100 days. So you see them posting day one, today I learned how HTML, I learned how to use a div. I mean, I don't know what div means, how to center a div, how to create elements. You can create text, create paragraph, create, you understand? But recently you can see there's nothing like that nowadays, because right now, you don't even need to go through 100 days because before you can learn how to use HTML and CSS. You can easily learn how to do HTML and CSS in, let me just say, 30 minutes. You can get the basic understanding. You can see samples of work on it. If, so you can easily learn HTML and CSS in 15 minutes. Let me just say HTML alone. You can understand what it means. You can see sample of work on it. So that is what I'm trying to say when I mean something is bridging the gap between newbie and in a pro. You can easily learn something nowadays. So I think you sent a message if I have a slide. I do have a slide, but because of the timing of this event, I don't want to decline it. So it's just it now. So I don't really I'm not on my normal schedule. So I can't really present anything. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. So I'm really sorry for that. But I'm going to be doing a lot of talking today and showing less. Because I don't even have I'm not wanting to share you a particular reference. So I'm just going to be doing talking, talking, talking. So I'm sorry about that. I wish I can show you a lot from my PC, but I'm a little bit restricted. So regarding the AI conversation, I have 3 points that I want to discuss about today. But before I even get to the 3 points, I think I've not emphasized on the first thing I'm trying to say, which is the fact that the gap between learning, I mean, the gap of learning it has reduced. So now, because of that, we are going to see a lot of people that the niche should be filled with people that know how to do this stuff now. There will be more designers than ever before because it's easier for you to learn how to become a designer. There'll be more developers than ever before because it's easier for you to learn how to become a developer. So because of that, there's now need for anybody that wants to be a designer. You need to stand out to be the very best at what you are doing. So the things that you're a bit skeptical about, maybe you don't want to learn how to do brand design because you feel like brand design is not your niche. Even if it's you combining your product design knowledge with brand design to stand out, it's something that you should just go for these days. There's no reason to you lacking behind by being mediocre. You understand? So let me now go to the 3 points. Uh, After I discuss the 3 points, I will now explain the methods that the way I integrate AI into my workflow. The first thing, and I also tell you the aspect of your process, I mean, the aspect of your work that you can easily integrate AI to. I think let me just share a little bit information on that. Once you talk about photography, or let me say if you talk about imagery, you can accept that AI has fully replaced the way we source for images because right from I think 2022, I remember I used to go to website like Unsplash. I used to go to iStock to look for image to fit into my design. And sometimes you might have do its presentation now. If you have a very good design, but the fact that you cannot see the right image to present your ideas, it used to turn out as a very bad design. So sometimes we used to have a good hero section, but because of that background image hero section, some images to put on other sections in the website will not look very much good. But right now, you don't even have to spend time looking for image. I can't even remember when last I did that. You can easily just, with the AI, you can easily just create them. There are a lot of models that can create a very good image right now. So, but get and list out some models that you can use, some AI that you can use to advantage in every aspect. But before that, let's just discuss about the points. The thing that I want to talk about is that AI is a workflow tool, not a generator. Yeah, AI is a workflow tool, it's not a generator. But before I even explain better on the fact that AI is a generator, is a workflow tool, not a generator, I want to say something that you see, I feel like the right way to pitch AI services to businesses these days is that they need to understand that the people that can take advantage of an AI for a specific industry. Let me say, for example, there are some AI created for motion design. I think they have digital AI. So people that can take the very best advantage of these AI tools, they are those people that are the pros of that industry themselves. So if you're a motion designer and you cannot compare the output that a motion designer will be able to get from AI to somebody that is not a motion designer. So if you are skipping time, you don't even know to learn the principle of a particular aspect, motion design, or let me say you're a dev, you are skipping your time to learn the principles, and you think AI will just do the because the learning the principle might be is the hardest work. Creating is very much easy. Because if you're trying to create, you don't understand the principle, you only create something very bad. But if you understand principles and you are creating, your idea will turn out perfectly fine. So if you are skipping that aspect, the beginning part exactly, and I'm just trying to jump because we used to have clients that we used to work with, and they'll feel like, okay, because AI, ChatGPT can work on graphic design, let me just eliminate this graphic design aspect. Like some people used to have that type of feeling, but no, regardless of what AI can do, AI is still at the best at the hand of those people that are good in that industry themselves. Which means if you want to eliminate your designers, okay, people that are still going to create output, the very best output with AI, are still those people that are designers because they understand what is good and what is bad. Whereas you don't understand what is good and what is bad. You see, the more they keep giving the responsibility to somebody that do not have knowledge about that particular niche, we keep on getting AI stuff, bad design. I can see it everywhere. Sometimes I do use WhatsApp a lot because I used to use it to stay in touch with friends and families. You will see some people posting, especially those the small businesses that don't really have a lot to hire a graphic designer for their brand. See people that are selling perfumes and they post designs. It's obviously generated by they generated with AI, and you can see that the thing is very obvious. Whereas there are some designers that will use the same AI to create designs for you, and you not even see a trace of what AI has worked there. So those are the type of people that can get the very best of advantage with AI. Regardless of if you want to eliminate the numbers of people in your department, the best people that can max the benefit of AI are those people they are designers themselves, the developer themselves, they are 3D artists themselves. I saw a sorry, are you following me? Let me be very sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So there was a post that Anthropic Cloud made recently with the fact that you can use AI the same way you connect MCP now. You can use Blender. You can just interact with Cloud and get things done in Blender. But if you don't even know anything about 3D design, yeah, also do stuff like that, you might not create the best thing compared to somebody that has already been experimenting with Blender for all his life or for all their life. So that is my point. So to expand more on the fact that what AI is is a workflow tool. AI is not a generator. So when I say it is a workflow tool, not just a generator, because in every aspect of your workflow right now, there are ways. There are ways you can bring AI in. For example, I have a list right here, things that I do and things that I feel like a lot of people do. I don't know if this event is mainly for graphic designers or there are also product designer parts.
The event is basically for design, not just graphic design.
No, just graphics, okay.
Yeah.
So let me just take a little bit of interaction. I can see that the participants are a bit few. So just to get a bit of context about where everybody is coming from. So Prosper, how are you doing?
Fine. And you?
Okay, I'm very much fine too. So what are you into and how long have you been designing?
It's been like 2 years, but it wasn't consistent then until I joined academy.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Also, Sophia, how are you doing?
Right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Even though I know some things about you, I'm still going to ask. So how long have you been designing and what type of design do you do?
I'm a product designer. It has been long, maybe 4 years now.
4 years now. Okay, that's interesting. So thank you for sharing. Let me just go back. I will get back to what I'm saying. So I said you can use AI. For example, you can use AI for your research summaries. You can use AI for UX writing. You can use AI for generating user flows. You can use AI to critique your design. You can use AI for brainstorming, checking accessibility, creating iterations faster, and even to turn off ideas into structured system. I think you see, as I'm mentioning, going through the list of this task. So as I'm going through the list of these tasks that I'm talking about, so I can remember the way it is very difficult. For example, I'll take UX writing for example. You see, UX writers, there are some people they are specialized in UX writing. I used to reference 2022 a lot because I knew how hard it is that time. So there are some people that specialize a lot in UX writing because their own field is just to work on US copy. So they used to work on copies on mobile app design on a dashboard. So that's their work. They work on the UX. For example, you say, "Are you sure you want to delete this?" Yes, no, you understand. But if nowadays I can't even remember the last time somebody we need the service of a UX writer because whatever you're trying to create in one prompt, I can easily tell my AI, I can tell ChatGPT, I can tell Claude that this is what I want. This is how I want the copy for the what for the mobile app to look like. Make it look formal, make it look friendly, make it look more polite, and it works on different variations for you. You can see people that are specialized as a UX writer, they are immediately lay off. There's nothing that they can do about it. You can't fight the system, so they will have to go, or they need to evolve into what into giving out more services, into offering more services apart from just UX writing. So UX writing is like that. And again, when it comes to brainstorming, there are sometimes that you get these complex PRDs now. Sometimes you don't understand it. You need to sit down, break it down line by line to make sure that you understand it. Because if you don't understand what they're trying to create, you're not able to create the best thing. But right now, you can easily understand things in seconds. There are some questions that you cannot ask whether you are working for a freelance role. You cannot ask, even though it's something that you don't understand. Sometimes if you ask, it turns out that maybe this person does not know the work perfectly. But sometimes you don't even have it all figured out. You now keep asking that question, or you might just push it to another time till you get the gig, you understand? But right now, you can easily ask AI and to break it down for you to make sure you understand that particular aspect that is disturbing you. Then critiquing designs. Right now, one of the best way that I do critique my design is that I do, after designing, I'll just send the version to Chat GPT or I send it to cloud. And I'll tell you that, okay, what are the best way to improve this design? Is tell you what is wrong with the design. Is tell you what you need to do to improve that particular design. Except that the AI, they don't know, it can never be the best. Regardless of how good your design is, you always have something to point out for you to reduce. So it is a very good way to critique your design, to even turn your rough ideas into structure. There's some AI right now. I think if you use Google Stitch, you can easily create some layouts, basic layout faster than you using your pen and Bible. Maybe you want to do some lo-fi on cardboard or just in your paper, in your book. You can easily just create something faster with the AI system. So that is about the first point. So right now, instead of you spending 3 hours staring at the blank canvas, because people that used to work remote, that used to work hourly, and sometimes they will just start you to create a very deep design, and you are working on an hourly role. Regardless of how fast you want to be, there are some points in your design that you need to have a blank canvas at first because you are spending time doing some research. Because if you don't understand, if you do not follow up your design with research, you create something very, very, very bad. So you are starting with research. You have a blank canvas. Your employer will think maybe you are not even working. And the blank canvas aspect, sometimes you do take 3 hours. But right now, sometimes it even take days now. But right now, you can easily get to understand it faster, then deliver better outputs. These are the things that AI allows us to do. Makes us work very smart and not just work hard. So the second point is the best designers still think. So I want to clear it that this is not contradicting the first point that I made because AI is something that AI is something that cannot work on itself. So before it can work, it needs a pilot, somebody that will direct the AI that this is the direction that I want you to go to. So you need to understand whenever you are using AI system, you need to understand that you are the pilot, you are not the passenger. So you need to be the one to direct it. Because if you leave AI to direct itself, it will end up in a very lost place. You get lost about what you're working on. He doesn't even understand what he's working on because it's going to divert. It's going to divert and forget the idea that he wants to create in the first place. So it's very important to designer should think. So it means you need to first understand what you're trying to create. Don't just give everything down to AI to just create it for you. Because if you do that, the AI will just get lost at some point and just end up creating nonsense for you. So you will not start feeling the AI is very bad idea. Whereas some people they are maximizing the use of AI and they are doing very well. So what are a real workflow example? So the ways that I use AI is what are those type of example? What are those things that you can replace AI for? The first thing you can use AI to define whatever you are working on. You can use it to brainstorm to understand. You can use your AI for exploring ideas, that topic, different type of ideas. You can use AI to generate US copy variations. You can generate your copy to be polite, to be professional, to be formal, to be modern, to be ancient, whatever you want to do. You can design, you can create user flow structure. See, this user flow structure is a very complex task. If you are trying to work on a very large design, maybe it's a dashboard design or just content heavy website, if you don't start with the user flow at first, you just get to a stage where you are very lost. So right now you need to just start with your user flow, do the hard work first, connect the lines, connect the dots, then start working. Well, tasks like that can take you a day. But right now, if you're using AI, you can easily get that done in just minutes. All you need to do is just confirm if it's looking perfect, then go on. You can even use AI to design in Figma right now by connecting the Figma MCP and keep working. You can use AI for critiquing your design. You can use AI to iterate faster and the likes. You can even use it to refine your designs. So lastly, my last point is that designers should learn the system, not just the tool. They have always been repeating things like this for beginners. They will tell you you need to learn design foundations, learn design principles. You don't just learn Figma. You learn design. You learn how to design in Figma. You don't just learn Figma as a tool because today Figma is there. Tomorrow Figma might not be there. The next design tool might not be using auto layout. It might be another thing. I think there's a rise of different design tools right now. There's paper. So what if you are designing in paper? Some rules in Figma does not work in paper. So you need to learn how to make design. It's about the output, So the inputs and the inputs can vary. There might be different tools that you are using. You can be using Illustrator, for example. The way you create a design in Illustrator and Figma is a bit different. So even though they might add the same output, one might be faster, one might be slower. So it's very important to learn the system, not just the tool. So today we might have ChatGPT and tomorrow it's not there. So it's only design that understands system, psychology, storytelling, and user behavior that will always stay very much valuable. So I said I'm going to list out. Okay, let me just do this at the very end. So if you have any question, you can just interrupt me and ask so that we can discuss about it. Anybody with question? If you have any question, you can ask.
You mentioned something about UX writers. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you.
You said AI as you are more. It seems more like you emphasize on the fact that AI has taken over UX writers' job, and you see, you went ahead to contradict what you said about AI, you knowing the flow before doing anything. Um, there's a two-way thing to it. AI is more like the thinking tool. Yeah, not it's not this thing. It's not, it can't take away our job. I would like to be very to emphasize on that. It's more like we need to be very collaborative, and so someone who doesn't know the trend or the flow, that is when AI takes his or her job. Like as a UI UX designer or a graphic designer, you need to move with the flow, with the trend, or AI will be taking. AI can't take your job if you don't know how to use it. AI can never take it. People who knows how to maneuver their way through AI that will take their job. And this is not a question. I'm just trying to throw more light into what you say. AI, there's no way AI is going to take anybody's job. You just need to. It's people like you and I who knows how to use AI that takes the job out of people, not AI. And I hope that is very clear for everyone. Thank you.
Okay. So you have a point though, because in my presentation I did write it there that I want to make sure that this is not contradicting my first point. So what I'm trying to say there was that even though I accept your input, was that there are some people that specialize as a US writer before. But right now the US writers and copywriters, even though I know that there are still some people that are still doing copywriting. But I was taking US writing for example, because some people still need services of US writers, obviously. But the gap is now very, very much small. Projects that are being delivered right now does not even need US writer because use ChatGPT for their copy. Even some big businesses are just doing it that way. But the people that have money to spend for a product, they definitely know how to hire the best people. They'll hire US writer and just get their work done. I think there's a question here. When using AI to design, it doesn't give a place of what you have in mind. That's what you. Okay. So regarding this question, if you just rely on AI to do everything for you, because the AI is not. If you just rely on AI to, but like I said, you are the pilot. You are the one that wants to create something. You are not the passenger. So you're the one that's directing the AI to your particular the type of output that you want. So it is not AI that will just give you what you desire. It's you that know what you desire. Just the step to get to that direction that you want. That's to get your destination rather. That's what you ask AI for. So once you see put yourself in the position that you are the one that is creating something, the AI is just like an assistant to you. You always create what you have in mind to create. You don't leave the creation. You don't just outsource that part to AI because if you outsource that part to AI, the AI will fail at some point. At some point. So you see that it's trying to create something. So so far as you see that it's creating something, you need to know what you want to create at first. Then now use AI a little bit to get to that direction. But you are still the one that is controlling was the output, everything about the output. So I hope I answer your question. So let me just share some fields that I use AI for. And I think that most of us are using AI for too. So the first thing is see, when it comes to sourcing images for a design, when it comes to sourcing images for your design, because before you are used to going to Unsplash now. Me, I'm used to going to Unsplash. I'm used to going to iStock to look for the right image. Going to Freepik, now Magnific. So but right now you can just use your AI to prompt create your image by yourself. Instead of you to search for them, you can just create them. You can my favorite AI is for images. I used to use Google Flow honestly. Then I still use Lovart. And ChatGPT is very much good. And also Meta AI. So if you are taking notes, you can just put this thing down. So when it comes to brainstorming, so anytime I get the PLD, I get the project brief, I don't just jump to creating. I used to always plug almost everything into AI so that I can really get the concept of what the person is working for. And when it comes to the AI that I use for brainstorming, I use ChatGPT and I use Claude a lot. So in fact, my AI movement has been between the two of them, except I'm doing some external stuff. Maybe I'm trying to create images and the likes. So same thing works for wireframing. You can use Google Stitch to create your layout, even though I don't like to rely on that option. I still like to create my things manually, but you can easily use Google Stitch to get the idea of what you're trying to create. And when it comes to prompting with AI, most of the time I don't write the prompts manually by myself. I used to first interact. Sometimes if I want to prompt Claude, I can first talk to ChatGPT so that I can get the full idea of what I'm trying to create. Then it generates a prompt for me. So I kind of like let the machine speak to themselves. I don't write it out because I feel like the whatever I'm writing is not in machine language that they can easily understand because I'm writing with emotions. So I explain to ChatGPT or sometimes I explain to Claude to give me prompts so that I can just paste to ChatGPT. So that's how I used to go about my prompting. So same thing goes for writing. I think there's a trend that a lot of content out there now, right now are being written by AI. Before it was written by humans, now it's written by AI. The humans are using AI, whichever you want to put it. But when it comes to writing, yeah, AI is pretty much visual writing. And critiquing your designs, sometimes you might have two variations of design. You're trying to check the best one. Or maybe sometimes it's just that one screen that design you had, looking for a perfect way to improve it. So before you need to send to if you're in a company structure, you need to send to maybe your senior designer, they critique for you, tell you what to change, what to add. But right now you can just paste your output to ChatGPT, let it tell you what is wrong with it and better ways to refine it. So AI is very much good at this. And also converting your design to code. Like I said, I think in this age of AI, you can easily wear many hats. For example, I specialize mainly in product design. But right now, I can do product design. I can even deliver my designs to code and to be interactive. Even though I don't even have much idea about coding, though I understand HTML, I understand, I've done that before. But you can really just convert your design to code, just vibe code the whole thing, and to look exactly like what is in Figma. Instead of you to just wait, okay, you're waiting for a front end dev to work on your designs for you. You can do some basic things. So if you are in that type of situation, you can easily collect the role of a product designer and also a front end dev, and you just get paid twice to do two different type of things. So there are also some big questions. If AI will replace designers, I'll tell you AI will replace most designers. It's already happening. Some companies are already laying people off. It happens at Meta. I read the news regarding Wix today, this morning, that they are reducing the amount of employee they have. So right now, before you need to become very, very, very much good so that AI will not replace you. Right now, there was a message on Twitter the other day whereas the client was saying that they have already fired the whole product design. The person was actually talking to me that day. So he was telling me that he has already cancelled product design in their department, that they are making their design in ChatGPT and Cloud for now. So for him, it might be reducing cost, even though the output that he was able to create is not really the best. I feel like human designer can see create something much more better. But if I tell you AI is going to replace designers, I'm not trying to say to just cancel the whole design goal. Before, if you own a company and you want to work on a product, there are some role that you need before then. You need like about 10 designers to work on it for you. But right now you don't even need 10 designers anymore. You can just get one designer that can do the work of those 10 people. So that's what I mean by AI is going to replace most designers. So it's those people that they are going to retain are the ones that know how to use AI to do the work of the other 10 people. So before you can be retained, and before you can have a future out there because of the way the whole thing is going on, you need to be very good at using the AI to create to create your designs, to improve your designs. You're just the person that can maximize the output of AI. That's what will keep you on the long run. So that is about that. So I also have a question that what should new designer focus on? I think that is a very much big question that people are trying to get answered to right now. Do we still focus on the principles of design? Do we skip principles and focus uh, on on just using AI to do the work for us? So I always say it's very important. Whatever you're getting into, there are some principles you need to first understand the foundations of what makes design a design. Right? Even if you're not doing design, if you're in other aspects, I think there are almost AI integrated in every aspect of work right now. If you know any industry that does not use AI, you can easily start a startup that focuses on that particular industry, AI for that particular industry. Because AI will be part of us right now going on. It will be part of every aspect of work. It might not be doing the work fully, but it's a part of the way they are getting things done in that aspect. So that's the way the future looks like. So you need to be the type of person that take that AI as friend, as an assistant, as a PA. You are telling the AI to do this for you. You know how to use the AI, and that is the best way to just move on right now. But if you are just sitting there and you're telling yourself that AI will not take your job, it will take your job if you don't know how to use it. I think if you are getting new work description right now, there'll always be, are you comfortable with using AI? What do you use AI to? How do you integrate AI in your workflow? It will be questions in most work description right now going on. So that is just about that. So if there's any more questions, I would love to answer the question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, I can hear you.
All right. What are other tools that we can use for our work as a designer? You mentioned some few tools that you use, but what are the other tools that we can use? Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So before I even start listening them, I want to say something. There is there are some arguments whether the AI industry is going to be more like a monopoly because there are just few of them dominating the whole AI industry. We can list them. We have ChatGPT, we have Anthropic, we have Grok XAI, we have Meta AI, and we have this Chinese open source one. We have is it not DeepSeek? Yeah, DeepSeek. So people are arguing, is it going to be a monopoly? Because anytime they are using new models, they are comparing to themselves to see that okay, this is better than Meta AI. ChatGPT is better than Cloud. You understand? But right now there are still few of them, but you can see maximize them. So I made mention of we all know ChatGPT, we all know Cloud. So I said something about Google Stitch. You can use Google Stitch to create layout for a design. You can use Epic, Magnific now. You can use it to work on images. I used to use Google Flow for images. I used to use Lovart for images. For wireframe, I said you can use Google Stitch for a wireframe. You can still use, if you're doing all this writing and the likes, you can use Notion AI most of the time. So let me see think of more. Even right now, you can connect the cloud MCP to. I think it's available for VS Code. It's available for Mobin, so you can easily connect those ones and just get your work started. Even to Canva also, whereas you can make design and you're not in Canva, you're just interacting, typing prompts into into your AI and you're getting things done in Canva. So those are the ones that I am very familiar with. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Abdul. Are you done, Abdul?
So, unless maybe you have questions that I can answer. And I thought there are more than one person speaking for this event.
Hello, Promise, can you hear me? Yes, there's one person that's speaking. Hello, Promise, are you there?
I can hear you. Your voice is cracking. This looks
All
very
right, please
bad
go
where I
ahead.
am.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead with the next speaker here. Hello, Promise, do you hear what I just said? Please call out the next speaker, please. There's no time.
Sure, I can hear you. What did you say?
Let's have the next speaker. Call out the next speaker.
I don't have any idea who the next speaker is.
Okay.
I was not in standby.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the next speaker that will be presenting for us. Thank you, Abdul, for the presentation. Really enjoyed it, and at least we were able to get one or two things from what AI can also do for our work. Yeah, and so the next speaker that will be presenting for us now is Nilma Ezim. He is a graphics, UI designer, and UI designer and a graphics designer. So you can go ahead with the presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? We're turning on the camera. All right. I will share my screen now. Okay, wait for this. Give me a minute, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right. Today's topic. Sorry, I'm not moving it. Good morning, everyone, once again. This event is talking about the AI workflow in our design of these events. And the topic for the slide today will be augmented designers, which is redefining UI UX in the age of AI. We'll be talking about the strategic design inflection points, navigating the shift from static interface to intelligent experiences for agent partners. Sorry. First of all, Um, we're talking about why AI is redrawing the UX canvas. Give me a minute, please. All right. We're talking about why AI is defining the UX canvas. A lot of people will be asking why AI is happening and why AI is able to do what it's doing right now. It's basically because AI is expanding boundaries of UX parts. Yeah, because US is expanding boundaries of US parts like way beyond the screen. It goes beyond the physical screen, that is the relative screen that we see. We have passed the era of just more than just clicking and for the page to load, and we're talking about the intelligent agent adoption. Um, the interface that evolves based on behavior. This particular one is talking about how AI moves or views beyond the screen in order to give the users the optimal experience. Yeah, the interface is talking about interface that adapts or yeah that adapts based on the user behavior psychologically, and we have the proactive design moving from relative clicks to uh, anticip- anticipatory flows, and we have the expanded boundaries. um UX now encompasses voices, ambient, and invisible interaction. This invisible interaction is 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 more like it's not, it doesn't exist though, but it does exist. It has to do with the psychological aspect or the psychological comfort of the user gets from using the app. That is the UX, that is the invisible interactions. We're moving to the next slide. We have the three strategic we have these three strategic um parts of AI embedded design. How to talk about it? The We have basically three strategic. We have the visionary, the action oriented, and the collaborative. The visionary part focuses on high level transformation and writing customers journey and how they interact with the app, while the action oriented parts focus on immediate productivity and turning concepts into code, as the first speaker talked about. That is the action oriented. The collaborative part defines how the designer actually interacts with AI as a co-pilot. Co-piloting with AI is actually very important. It's very important in the age of designing. The AI age. We have to know how to collaborate with the AI in order to cover more leverage and everything. We're moving down to the fourth slide. Sorry. The visionary approach from interface to intelligent experience. This is navigate. This has to do with the navigating the rest era of AI or designing of designs. First of all, we have to define the imagination. AI changes what designers and envisions can envision. Sorry, allowing the creation of hyper personalized digital ecosystem. And we move down to rapid prototyping. Prototyping is transforming high-level concept into functional simulations that takes future customers' experience instantly. In this rapid prototyping is more like sorry, it's more like making research, not making research, like running tests and the rest in order to achieve a functional stimulation for customers' experience. We have the intelligent delivery. This is more like shifting the focus from delivering access to delivering autonomous system that learns to grow. Like this is more like this is not this AI learning. AI right now makes our products um continue adapting, like continue learning, and the rest. It has to do with how what the viewers or the users experience. It takes data from the user's experience, that is the intelligent delivery, and brings or give them what it observes from their behavior. That is for the intelligent delivery. We'll be moving down to the next slide, which is the action-oriented approach. Sorry, approach design at the speed of thoughts, and that is mastering execution workflow. But we have the first concept. We have the concept development. This generate diverse mood boards and initiate sketch at the speed of thought using generative prompt. Yeah. AI, AI now, AI. This the concept of development has to do with the connection or the relationship between the users and the AI, or the designer and the AI. The AI basically just generates prompts and gives output, while the users usually without the user AI can't function, and the users usually give prompts. Yeah, so the AI just makes our thoughts faster using prompt we give it, and we have the design iteration. It automates repetitive tasks to focus on high level creative strategy and complex problem solving. AI now, the level AI or what AI has done for us, have done for us. AI has literally done a lot for us designers. The aspect of us thinking or trying to process what we are supposed to do, staying for hours or staying for at yeah, at least an hour before you start designing, is AI has actually taken a part in that. You can literally just ask your AI, giving data of what you know, or giving data of what you think your client wants, or what the users will want, and AI will give you options. Like AI is usually literally doing the thinking for you. Yeah, AI makes thoughts for you. So it makes thoughts for the designers, and we'll go to the code handoff. The bridge that gaps between design and development. AI tool that translate visual into productive readable code. As Abdul mentioned, AI right now, instead of just needing a front end developer to, like, you can literally use, because of AI now, one person can actually do a 4 man's job. Yeah, when you create your UI, you can actually get the code for the front end. You don't need the front end developer to, like, to intervene. So AI now makes it so easy to get our code out of the UI we created, our product. Yeah, so that is one of the interesting or wonderful fact of AIs in today's design. Um, we have the workflow evolution, powering the creative process with AI. First of all, we have the user's research. This is actually the first step. This is the first step we have to carry out as a designer in order to achieve anything. Sorry, I'm trying to. All right. User research. This synthesizes vast data set and identify patterns in users' behavior with AI-driven analysis. For this, as I stated in the previous slide, AI now you should mix researches for us, using user behavior with AI-driven analysis. Like AI goes AI before making an app, you can just go on cloud or ChatGPT, and just ask for what you can ask for what people use the most. Like if you want to start good design, or when you want to achieve something out of your design, like the first process before designing, you first of all get data set gathered from users behavior, from the users around you, that is worldwide, before you can get inspiration from there. Then we have the ideation. This expands the creative horizon by generating hundreds of variation of visual exploration. Ideating, this is the process of thinking, and in this aspect, AI has actually made that less of a burden to designers, because you can just bring little ideas or few ideas of what you have or what you want to do, and AI will give you a a process to follow, or things to go through, or how to use them. Yeah, like I'll use Gemini. I use Gemini a lot. So I do use Gemini, and I use Cloud. But once it comes to thinking, I will refer Cloud. That's so for ideation. You can literally ask Cloud on what to do about a specific design brand you want to make. Um, yeah, and Cloud will just in less than I think in less than 3 seconds you get your answers. That is depends on what you're using. And we have the prototyping. Prototyping is like um um building high fidelity interaction rapidly to validate idea before moving to full production. Excuse me. Okay. Moving to the user's testing. Simulate user interactions and predict functions point using AI behavioral method. As stated in the second slide, the second page of this presentation, we talked about AI moving past the area of just click through it, of clicking and loading. Yeah. AI now has changed a lot in UI in UX. Like the traditional UX is restricted by clicking and grinds. Yeah, but AI driven UI UX uses data to shift from responsive layout to an adaptive layout, and layout which adapt based on the user's behavior or user psychological flow base. Yeah, so it's the AI literally predicts friction points using AI behavioral models. Um, yeah, this is the next one. We'll be talking about the co-pilot era. Yeah, co-pilot is collaborative creativity. In this talks about how humans, that is we designers and AI, actually collaborate together in order to make something extravagant or meaningful. um in this, AI is a creative partner, not a replacement. The future of design lies in synergy between human direction and computational power. This paragraph now talks about how the synergy between us and AI and actually a very important factor in design. The synergy between human direction and computational powers. In this, we have the human direction setting the vision. Yeah, humans. Yeah, designers just set the vision, and the emotional response, like giving prompts to your AI and be like, I want you to create a unsplash page or a login page. Yeah. The first thing, the onboarding page, the first thing your users see that gets the attraction is the the warmth of your design. I use the word warmth. That is the emotional resonance. So we humans, we just deal with giving prompts. Yeah, we give the prompt, we direct the AI on how it should go. Because you write a prompt and be like, create an onboarding page, and you put the necessity that you need in your design. Yeah, it's actually very important you know how to prompt your AI in order to get a very important outcome. Sorry. Yeah. So you prompt your AI, give your AI prompts or directions. AI can't function on its own, no matter how it works. AI can't function without human. That is actually a very important thing we designers should hold on to. We need to know how to collaborate with AI, move with AI, move with the trend, and grow. That is literally we adapt to the to this era. Yeah, so if we don't adapt, as very much we all know that the way designs are moving, the design workflows are moving right now, moving at a very fast rate, the speed of light. So if we can't adapt, we'll be left behind. So It's up to the AI for the synergy of AI and to in order to remain valued. We need to know how to prompt or direct the AI tools and learn how to use AI tools. We have the machine assistant. Literally, this is AI assistance. Handling scale. AI literally handles the scale, the speed, and optimization of the app. And yeah, you can give an AI prompt of, let's say you're trying to make um you're trying to make a study uh page, yeah, a study dash layout. You can literally give your AI the skill, like, for, let's say, um I'll move out of UX now, UI now. We want to run the code, and you run the code for your designs. Yeah, you run the code for your designs. There's a way there are prompt to give your AI. There are different ways you can prompt your AI. It gives different outcomes. Yeah, you get me. AI, literally um AI makes designing less complicated. Yeah, AI makes designing less complicated. Very much that. Um, so we give the AI prompt. Like, there's a way you prompt the AI now for database, and there's a different way another person will prompt the AI. That's why it's very important factors to know the prompt to use for your AI in order to get an optimized or a clear visual of what you want. We have the strengthened account. That is when we and AI come together. Yeah, what's the outcome of what we get when we collaborate with AI? We achieve a level of precision and creativity impossible alone. Yeah, working alone, not just creativity, like the speed of which tasks are done with AI is actually very different. Because, let's say, I'll use the word as yeah, as of 2019, AI was actually working there, but not as much as it worked. But imagine trying to run a code or just a front end alone. You're trying to make front end for your website. Yeah, it literally takes over 3 to 4 hours in order to, that is this just for the process. I'm not even talking about the thinking of how what you want your website to do. AI have actually taken a lot of unwanted time. Like, AI makes things way different than it seems it was, and it makes it better actually. AI makes our designs, it makes us better than we were before. We're talking about the anger and empathy gap and why human intuition still matter. Um, while AI deals with performance and outcomes, only us can empathize. Yeah, AI can't feel. AI can't think for itself. It can't think, or it doesn't have emotion as we do. Yes, that's empathizing. It does the intuition and the context and ethical judgment. AI can't make judgments for itself about what our users want. So it's up to us to remain there and to give prompts. So we talk this empathy gap now. Why we matter is because AI literally cannot perform by itself, and it can't outperform. The only way AI can outperform us is when someone better is using AI. Yeah, we're looking to the future ready design skill for AI driven teams. This slide is talking about staying competitive in the AI era, and actually it's what a lot of designers can't achieve. Yeah, like, just looking at designs, there are a lot of designs, like, people coming up. I wonder how people coming up now in the age of designing now will be able to cope, because the way design is going now, it will actually be very difficult for them to cope. But since there's AI, they, them getting into design, they don't need to know the principles. Yeah, they need to know the principles and know how to think, empathize. It's actually very important factors of us of in AI prompt, AI engineering. We're talking about the prompt engineering. is typically the art of communicating with AI to extract high quality, relevant, innovative design output. Prompt engineering, we keep talking about prompt. That is giving AI instruction. A lot of people don't know how. A lot of people don't know how to give prompts, how to engineer their AI to give them a high quality and innovative design output. Yeah, and it comes down to how. Yeah, before you can be able to prompt AI, you need to first of all know what you're doing. Yeah, it's actually very important. You need to first of all know what you're doing. That is before you can communicate to somebody, or yeah, before you can ask a question, you need to put it in a way the person understand. That means before asking a question, you need to have an idea, not completely oblivious to what it is saying. You get me? Can you guys still hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I
Yes,
stated
yes,
before
I
we
can hear you.
come. All right. Thank you. Before we can ask a question, we need to know, at least have an idea of what we want to know. You can't just be oblivious to things. Even when you're oblivious, or you will need to want to know it. Yeah. So if you are even told, if you don't want to know it, or if you don't even know the basis, there's no way you understand it, because AI literally don't AI will not give you the basis. It should just give you what you give. It's more like FIFO LIFO. It give you what you give it. It gives out the output, yeah, but in a higher, in a innovative way. Yeah, so prompt engineering actually very important in today AI driven teams. So each and everyone is supposed to know how to prompt an AI, or you prompt a particular tool in order to get a very to get something very worth it. We'll move talking about ethical design. Ethical design. This is basically investigating bias, privacy, and transparency to ensure all AI-driven experience are fair and inclusive. Excuse me. All right. We're talking about the ethical design. That is basically the ethical framework and emotional resonance. Um, this sorry, something keeps popping up on my screen. Okay, yeah. Navigating bias, privacy, and transparency to ensure AI-driven experience are fair and inclusive. This ethical design deals with um, like making your design very transparent for the users. Like not just transparent, but welcoming. Like yeah, welcoming. Because there is this approach we all get when we see a design, like the feeling. Yeah, there are basically a lot of websites, and a lot of them, like there's one website. Yeah, there are a lot of websites now. If you look at them, you'll be like, ah, this is scam. Based on how the thing is, you'll be like, this is binary. Yeah, this is basically the word programmers. They'll be like, this is binary. Like this is more like a whack. So there's a way you place your design, you make it warm and welcoming. Yes, and actually you need to be able to make your design transparent. That is putting empathy in it. Yeah, putting empathy in your designs. And we're talking about workflow fluency. Workflow. This is typically integrating AI tools into a system pipeline to maximum efficiency without sacrificing design quality. This is actually the main. This is actually where AI is actually doing its best. Yeah. AI. There's a way you use AI. There are some ways you use AI. You realize your designs keep changing. Yeah, especially for your codes. Yeah. So when you work with your codes, giving your AI the right prompt, using your if you know how to use your AI, yeah, this your workflow will actually very top notch, very fluent, and the frequency of the output will be 100%. Um, yeah. So this workflow fluency is literally like there's a lot of people people using designs, yeah, using people using AI, yeah, for their designs. That is for okay. Let's say you make a UI UX that is for the your dashboard, and you take the code to in order to implement a code for the back end. There are AIs you use and you just keep regretting why you used it because AI tools are meant to be controlled because AI, if you let AI, giving AI the wrong prompt, it gives you a total different outcome of what you desire. So what AI fluency is actually a feature is a skill for AI driven teams. Like when you want to work with AI, you need to know how to prompt it. You need to know what and where the AI should touch. That is for the ethical design. That is the transparency, how to make it welcoming to you, and the workflow. This is basically the prompt. Actually, also prompt it covers prompt engineering as well. We're looking at the Horizon US. Yeah. Patterning of the next era of digital design. Yeah. Um, excuse me. This covers how workflows, how the frequencies of workflows and human-centered judgments about our designs about our design and the futures. They are basically agencies or this thing to use to in order to get the to get version or inspiration, yeah, version for your designs. And we have the Horizon UI UX Design.com. I use this a lot, and we have LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn Horizon UX, yeah. We have 123 Innovation Way. We have 123 Innovation Way Tech Districts and we partnership at ingesting.com. Um are the partner of the next era of digital design. I would recommend we know how to collaborate with them and use them. With this, we come to the end of today's presentation. Um, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. So, does anyone have any question and answer? We're now in the segment of question and answer. So, so you can ask the questions and the speaker can give us the answer. You can also use the chat box to ask the question also. Okay, so while we are waiting for others to ask that question, so I have a question. I know we've been talking around AI and what AI can do, but we're supposed to, based on what the topic is, we're supposed to see little practicals on how we are using AI in our design work. Like now, from maybe we are using now we have this that we can use to connect to each other. Okay, this is how we can use it for our design. Maybe picking out ideas from ChatGPT, taking it to cloud and taking it back to Figma. If please can one of the speakers help us out and just show us little practical knowledge about it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, did our speaker hear that question? Can you just show us on how to use AI in our workspace practically so that anyhow, sure. There are different kind of designs that we can do on AI. So just show us some little things on how you do your own this thing using AI. That's my question. Please, can anybody still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Sophia. I'm on it.
Thank you.
I'll be sharing my screen again. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. First off, okay, this is a practical example. Literally, Cloud is a AI tool for thoughts. Yeah. So first of all, there are prompts you give AI and Cloud um and how to navigate your way. AI, although Cloud is also used for UX as well. So I'll be using Cloud. I'll be giving it the prompts now. I'll be creating a prompt for a high converting. Sorry. I don't know any idea of a website to work on. Sophia, since you asked the question, what do you think I should start working with? Hello, can you hear me, Sophia?
Please, you can just anything. You can use AI to do anything. Just pick anything that you can just particularize with it. Anything. It's okay.
Right. This now I just gave Cloud a prompt only for a prompt for Stitch AI, so I can give a prompt to Stitch AI. I'll be changing the colors to the colors I want and the rest and the like of the rest. All right. I'll open Stitch now. We'll copy it. I want to log into Stitch first. All right. Okay. Copy this prompt here. Giving it to Stitch AI. All right. This is actually this is the Stitch AI. You can basically pick it as an app or a web. So I'll choose web since I'm using a system. And as you can also, yeah, I literally did not think of anything. And knowing very AI knowing very well that Burger King is like more a food stuff and the rest. So it literally just gave the thought for me and make the prompt. The possible prompts. We talked about page section and design, the hero section, full viewpoint mark, dark background, and the rest. And we have to talk about the mainly highlight strip, the offer banner, and the like of the rest. So just give it to Stitch. All right. All right. Still working on it. Excuse me, sorry. Originally, typically, this process, just the thinking process, would have taken me way much more time. That is the iterative process. And AI is basically just doing it for me with just a few prompts. And I did not even make think for myself. I just gave it the prompt, and AI using behavior and things is gathered. That is for the cloud AI. That is from its knowledge gathered from its environment, and it's literally called yeah, AI intelligence. Yeah. So it just made this for me. Working on it.
So, if I want to get something through, does it mean Stitch only works for UI UX designs, like, or it can
Yeah.
work for other kind of designs?
No, Stitch is originally just for UI UX. It doesn't work for any other designs. It doesn't. It's meant for UI UX design only. Stitch AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, which one can you recommend
And
for other kind of design?
other kind of designs.
Like, let's see, maybe a banner or just something like that.
About that.
Sorry, can you hear me?
For banner, yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear
Sophia,
me?
I can hear you. Yes. Hello. Hello, Sophia. Sophia. Please, we asked the question before.
Yeah, I was asking, what platform can you recommend, or what kind of AI platform can you recommend for like banner designs or Flex or those kind of like similar designs?
Micro for that is for banner design and the rest. I would like to recommend um if it's for video making, I recommend Rec Cloud. For designs, Canva and Microsoft designers as well. They do that.
Yeah, I know of Canva, but like can can we give a prompt to Canva, then Canva will just like create the design, like a kind of platform? I don't think Canva works that way, or
No,
does it work that way?
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can also make flyer for you. Just that
To
ChatGPT
look
is
up.
for image generation. Yeah, it's image generating. So I will say it can um generate flyer. Yeah, ChatGPT can it can generate a flyer design for banner and the rest, given the right prompts. Sophia, you're trying to speak.
All right.
Hello, Sophia.
Network, you okay? What's this?
Hello, Sophia.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
A website.
yes.
Mm.
This is a website for Burger King.
Please, can anybody hear me? Maybe my
Yes, I can
network.
hear you, Sophia. Sophia, I can hear you. Hello, Sophia. We can actually give more prompts, like making it to make different homepage and the rest for Stitcher. We can ask for the login page, order page, checkout page, and the like of the rest. Stitch is actually one of the many wonders of AIs. Yeah, you can download the code for your designs. Sorry, let me.
Oh, can you hear me now? My network is not really okay. Can anybody hear me? Oh, it's network.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, Sophia, I can
I
hear
need
you.
to end the call. My network is not working.
Yes, can you speak now? Or should just go in the section? Yeah, man, you can just round up. Let me just like the section.
All right. Okay. I'm actually done with everything. I'm done. We can round up. Thank you everyone for being present. Thank you.